The Audi FIS Alpine Ski Racing World Cup Tour for the women makes a welcomed return to Kvitfjell in Norway, the 1994 Winter Olympic resort, last hosting Women's World Cup competition in 2003, 20 years ago. Two SuperGs and a downhill are on the schedule, and first up is SuperG number 6 of 8, with 5 different winners in 5 previous races in this discipline. Cortoni sets the early pace for the Italian team, searching for her second win of the season with a time of 1 minute 26.84. But the surprise and best performance of the day comes from the Austrian skier Cornelia Hutter, fresh off the back of a World Championship bronze medal and a runner-up position in the last World Cup of the Tour. Connie Hutter absolutely flies down the Olympiabaken racetrack in Kvitfjell to bring the Austrian women's team their first World Cup victory of the season and taking a lot of pressure off their shoulders. 1/100th of a second is the winning margin for Hutter, with Cortoni taking second, Gut Barami third, Shiffrin 4, and Brinone in 5th position, with any 5 of the top SuperG skiers on the women's tour able to take the tour title for 2023. But it's Hutter with a spectacular victory, her first of the season and the first for the Austrian team. Cortoni wears the red bib going into the second SuperG here in Kvitfjell. Day 2 is downhill day in Norway, and the Norwegian fans have come out in their thousands to cheer on Kajsa Wickhoff Lie. Wickhoff Lie, a young rising star who spent more time injured than racing over the past couple of years, hit form with a bronze medal in the supergiant slalom at the World Championships, and seen here not only taking her first World Cup victory, but for the first time ever, a Norwegian female skier wins a World Cup downhill race. A spectacular performance from Kajsa Wickhoff Lie to the delight of the Norwegian crowd. Michaela Shiffrin, unable to take any podium performances but scoring points. 5th position for Shiffrin gives her a 45-point score, and the American wraps up the overall tour title before even skiing at the World Cup finals. Shiffrin has her 5th big globe comfortably in her pocket. And it was a similar story for Sofia Goggia. The Italian in-form speed queen was absolutely brilliant once again. On the podium, skiing into 2nd spot, along with her 5 wins on the downhill tour, claims the downhill crystal globe for the 4th time in her career. So Kajsa Wickhoff Lie wins for Norway, Goggia is 2nd, Suter 3rd, and Shiffrin in 5th position earns enough points to take the overall tour title.
Yeah, we're so used to the men's winning downhill, so I didn't even know that before this season, so, but that's not what we think about. For me, I wanted to win the downhill, and that's been my dream, and it's also been a dream for me to have a home race, to have everybody here, and I wanted to give them a show, and I think I can do it now.
And confirmation, still with 1 downhill to go, that Goggia has enough points. She's 209 points clear of Stuhetz to take her 4th downhill globe of her career.
It means a lot to me. And this season was a tough one, but I have been racing 8 downhill in World Cup. I've been winning 5. I've been crashing in 1. And the worst result was twice 2nd place. So basically, I'll take it. What can I say?
And Shiffrin, with 7 races still to go, is 796 points clear and has already secured her 5th overall tour title.
There's so many things left going on this season, and it's been so incredible. So for me, it's like, it's quite special to have it now already, and I can take a little bit of weight off my shoulders. It was like middle of the season, I was always thinking, oh, I just have to keep pushing because it's not done yet. And so now at least that's done.
A record-breaking downhill day in Norway. Wickhoff Lie taking top position, and Goggia takes the downhill tour title, with the Olympic champion Corinne Suter in 3rd position. The third and final day's racing in Kvitfjell saw a big change in the weather, and a race that saw the conditions change throughout the penultimate SuperG of the Women's World Cup Tour. But after the victory of Cornelia Hutter in the first of the two SuperGs, the Austrian team were looking for more. First out, Goggia, who at one point thought she'd won her first SuperG of the season, with the Crystal Globe in downhill all ready to go back to Italy. But then a change in the weather conditions, a change in the visibility, and a track that was clearly getting faster saw the Austrian team compiling into action. Gritsch going third. Stephanie Vanier, ninth in the first of the two SuperGs, picks up her best result of the season, going second. And the star of the show, Nina Ortlieb, making an Austrian clean sweep, their first in SuperG for 18 years, and following in the footsteps of her father, Patrick Ortlieb, who was third in a downhill here in Kvitfjell back in 1995. For the Austrian, another skier that's come back from injury, it's her second career win and a brilliant performance in the changing conditions to take the third and final race. A 1-2-3 for Team Austria, Ortlieb at the top of the table. Not since 2005 have the Austrians done the 1-2-3 in Women's SuperG World Cup competition. It's a brilliant result for Ortlieb at the top of the table.
Unbelievable. I know I was lucky today. The conditions were not the same for everyone, but I kind of took it and tried to ski well, and yeah, I'm happy that I won today, but I know I was lucky.
Cortoni goes to the top of the SuperG standings. This title will be decided at the World Cup Finals in Soldeo in the Andorra from the 13th to the 19th of March. Celebrations for Nina Ortlieb with her second career victory. A great day for the Austrian team to wrap up three brilliant races in Kvitfjell, Norway. We hope the women's tour is back up in Norway sooner rather than later. And the women's circuit rolls on to Åre in Sweden for a giant slalom and slalom on the 10th and the 11th of March, and to the World Cup Finals in Soldeo, Andorra from the 13th to the 19th of March.